The best way to grow and structure a wellness program is the exact same way you would grow and structure a business. Yes, I am saying it. I recently got this question on one of my YouTube videos that I did a while back on, how to establish a career in corporate wellness. And I thought it was a great question to address because I've been in the corporate wellness industry for, going on 20 years, believe it or not. And I see it every day, employer groups start a wellness program and then it kind of fizzles and then they give up and then they just want to do the same old thing. And I have a business, a master's in business. I have a wellness business on the side that I started as a result of wanting to know how to do things better. I wanted to just test it myself. But I have a very entrepreneurial spirit. I mean, I wrote a book. I'm very passionate about wellness and business because I love creating things that are built to last. And I love testing new ideas and seeing how to scale the ideas so that they're efficient and can last for a long time. So anyways, going back to how to structure and grow a wellness program and tying it back to the idea of how you would start and grow a business, I want to talk about some, 3 to 5 key principles that I've learned when you start a business that you would want to apply to starting a wellness program and structuring it so that it keeps growing and evolving. So the first thing that I want to make really clear is that you need to know which problem or what few problems your wellness program is solving. And you need to be sure that your wellness program is offering that solution because people buy solutions. People will join your wellness program if it is going to help them solve a big problem. Think about the last time you made a big purchase, whether it was signing up for a gym membership or, hiring a personal trainer. The problem that you were probably trying to solve is losing weight or maybe looking better in your swimsuit so you can go to the beach. Or maybe it was to, reduce your diabetes, right? You made an investment because you were looking for a solution to one of your problems. And so you have to think about your wellness program in the same way. So what does that mean? That means that you have to know your audience. You have to be able to empathize with them, step into their shoes, and get really clear about their problem because your wellness program needs to be their solution. Otherwise, your program is going to fizzle and it's not going to grow. So right off the bat, the way you structure your program is to see it as it is a solution to the majority of the employees' problems or the organization's problem. Okay, and I'll speak a little bit more about that in a second. And so part of that with your wellness program, when you're structuring it, you have got to have a really strong value proposition. So if you are advocating or trying to get more funds or resources to support the wellness program, what is the value that this wellness program brings to managers, to people in the C-suite, to employees at all different levels? And so this is an opportunity that I see so many people miss the mark with. They don't know how to share the value of their wellness program for the different layers of stakeholders. And this is what I mean. For example, if you are a manager, what is the value that this wellness program is going to bring to the team that you're leading? Okay, a manager might see this as a waste of time, right? Because his team or her team doesn't have time to go waste, meditating or exercising or eating right or prioritizing. They see it as a waste of time. And so you need to figure out how to create a value proposition for them that is going to entice them to promote the wellness program within their teams. For example, research shows that when you exercise your body, take supplements, nourish your body, and rest, you perform at higher levels in XYZ. And there's tons of data. I have tons of books back here that I can share with you that speak to the research behind how self-care helps you be more productive and effective and more present. Right? So when you're talking about your wellness program, what is the value proposition? And you have to be able to tweak it quickly to different levels of the organization. Another example, right now, it's a common fact that healthcare tends to be employers' second or third largest business expense. And if you backtrack into healthcare and if you're in health and wellness, you know that the majority of these chronic conditions that are impacting claims can be prevented by lifestyle behavior changes, right? It's a known fact. So how is your wellness program going to help solve that big organizational problem? And so that's another thing, is the value proposition. And so once you have created the value proposition and you're clear on what problem you're trying to solve, then it's a matter of maybe pruning or like scaling back on all of the programs that are under your wellness program, and just have, 2, 3, maybe 4 signature offerings. 3 things that your program focuses on. Don't try to do it all. Like, I have seen that done, and it's a plan for failure. So focus on 1, 2, no more than 3 key areas. And the ones that I always suggest, I love talking about obesity and helping women lose weight, and the reason why is because, think about it. Just by somebody losing 10% of their body weight, research shows that losing 10% of your body weight has the ability to reverse pre-diabetes if you're pre-diabetic. And if you're already diabetic, losing 10% of your body weight has the power to stabilize your blood sugars so that you can manage your diabetes more effectively. There's also research that shows that obesity costs an employer about $3,500 in additional expenses related to presenteeism, absenteeism, and it speaks to how obesity is a gateway to other chronic conditions. So if you could create a plan that is going to help the employer, like imagine if 10% of our population lost 10% of their body weight. For simple math, imagine you have 1,000 employees. If 100 people lost 10% of their body weight, how do you think that would impact the person on an individual level? And how do you think it would impact the health plan at an organizational level? How is it going to impact the cost of healthcare over a long period of time? And so these are the things that I want you to consider. Look at the wellness program not as this like raw exercise and nutrition program, but see it as an actual strategy to help the organization move forward. See it as a business. If you were to be running a business, you would have a strong team, right? You would have a huge audience that is engaged. So you would develop a strategy to engage your audience day after day, either by providing value add seminars, by providing value if you are a guest at team meetings, right? So the more value you provide and the more that you address people's problem, whether it's at the individual level or at an organizational level, that is how you structure a successful wellness program that is going to just keep growing and evolving. So it is going to take work. It is not something that is going to be done overnight, but just like you wouldn't create a successful business overnight, it is going to take time. It is going to take a few years. And so the more that you can articulate your value, get buy-in from stakeholders, and be really, really, really strategic and smart about what your wellness program solves, I think the more effective you'll be. So anyways, that is my rant. I hope that some of this was helpful, and you can always get in touch with me through email. So subscribe to my email list. I send a newsletter. I try to do it bi-weekly, but sometimes, I get really busy. It may be monthly, it may be every 3 weeks. I don't know, but at least you'll have my email address so we can communicate if you want to talk, if you want to bounce some ideas further. I've been thinking about starting whatchamacallit? I've been thinking about starting like a mastermind for wellness professionals, but I haven't gotten it off the ground. I have a list on here on my whiteboard of people that have told me they're interested. So if you're interested, I'll add you to the list, and then you'll get an email from me whenever I start that. But let me know if you're interested in any other questions that you have. Just send them my way. It helps. It helps me to answer questions, and obviously I love it when you ask them. So hope this was helpful. All right, see you later. Bye.